Some nitty gritty in the comments.
It's like the Asian version?
Yeah.
That's super offensive.
Please.
If you could change the beginning, how would it go?
No, I wouldn't. I like the beginning. I'm not making fun of it. I like the beginning.
Alright, do the beginning.
Hi, I'm your host, Adam Greco. This is Nerbids. I don't think that's how it goes.
That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes.
Hello, I'm your host, Adam Greco, and this is the review for Spider-Man Homecoming. I thought we're not live yet.
We are.
Oh, shit. Mine's not as, powerful as yours is.
I don't even think anyone...
Mine's, struggling out of high school beard.
Mine's, struggling out of...
chopping wood for 30 years beard.
I could probably chop wood with the beard.
You can.
It's not even fun.
Yeah, mine just barely got its permit. We're doing a Spider-Man Homecoming.
I'm sorry,
it's
is it
fitting.
something
Mine's
about
more fitting than for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, okay.
Mine's the coming out of high school.
Yours is the Tom Holland
beard.
And mine's the Tobey Maguire.
Yes, the emo one from the third Spider-Man.
At least I know how to dance. Welcome, I'm your host Adam Greco. Welcome, I'm your host Adam Greco, and this is my friend Joe, who's visiting from Florida, just so he could see Spider-Man Homecoming.
It's the only reason I flew out.
Only reason. All about me and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Homecoming, where they didn't need the homecoming.
Because they only were in Homecoming for approximately one shot.
Really?
One frame.
Just for him to go into Homecoming
and
to
say, I can't do this.
Go.
Yeah. Sorry. The people who had more screen time about the words Homecoming were the people on the TV in the school, where they were just talking about Homecoming. Before we get into anything, we might as well just continue what we're talking about. I feel like it was more of a metaphor of Spider-Man coming back to Marvel, basically just kind of making it like a high school theme.
Yeah, I think it was very fresh. This Spider-Man is the youngest looking Spider-Man. He's in high school. I know Tobey Maguire's was in high school too. I mean,
they were all in high school, but they looked like old men.
Yeah, this is the first time we got a sense that Spider-Man actually looked like he belonged in high school.
The one thing that I really enjoyed about this movie is they abandoned the origin story and death of Uncle Ben.
Thank God. How many times can we kill Uncle Ben off?
I am getting a little bit.
This guy's been shot more times than 50 Cent.
That says a lot.
It's a good amount.
Wasn't he shot like 9 times?
We're splitting hairs here. He was shot a lot.
Let's do a shot count on Uncle Ben right now.
Uncle Ben! Call an ambulance! Someone call an ambulance! Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben! Oh God! Oh my God! Oh God!
That's a lot.
Shot a lot.
What did you say you saw online? What if Uncle Ben's not even in it yet? Like, what if she didn't even meet Uncle Ben?
The video theory was that Aunt May hasn't met Uncle Ben yet, so that's why he's not in the movie.
Because there's no real clarification that there was even an Uncle Ben to begin with. He just said, after all Aunt May's been through.
Yeah. Bad boyfriends.
Yeah.
Bad ex-husbands. Uncle Ben could be on his way in, and he might get shot in the next movie.
And then become a villain. Well, this is like the first movie where I was like, you know what? This is a high school kid.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't feel like I was watching a movie about grown adults playing high school students. I really felt like these were high school students being high school students.
Well, I think the big thing is you get a lot of shots in high school, and they even go on like a field trip at one point, as opposed to the other movies where you just get 1 or 2 scenes where he's in high school.
And they're in the cafeteria.
That's it. And then the rest of the movie takes place out of high school.
Yeah.
Like, it's just maybe one scene just to bring the audience in that, hey, we're dealing with a high school kid here.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it's, hey, I'm Spider-Man.
Hey, I'm New York.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that'd be a terrible Spider-Man.
I'm an awesome Spider-Man.
It's the noise you make when you call a cat over.
Yeah. Just cats raining down everywhere.
Cats coming in. Talk about characters. Flash Thompson. This is the first time we're not getting a cliche, rough, big Flash Thompson. We're getting a regular Indian.
Indian?
Is he Indian?
I don't know.
Well, he's not white.
He's not big.
And he's not
scary or physically intimidating.
Because that is the bully of today. It's the everyday guy.
I guess in a way, but like, I don't know. I feel like Flash Thompson has to be your stereotypical big guy, big scary jock guy. So I feel like you have to have Flash Thompson be that big scary bully.
I think if you're going to make it so different to where you're like saying, okay, this is Flash Thompson, we're making him different because this is the everyday bully. He doesn't need to be wearing 2 pop collars underneath a jacket.
No.
But you know what I'm saying,
Give
though?
him,
Like, you don't have to make him...
and
and a vape pen.
and just, call it a day.
But, like, two pop collars...
He listens to, like, the Chainsmokers in his free time.
Yeah, but 2 pop collars is like, I listen to P.O.D.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible. That was a bad choice.
I don't know.
Two pop... Alright, two pop collars.
I got the reference. I'm just appreciating the fact that you said it. You're like so happy you came up with that. Your dad humor is flawless. So you changed Flash Thompson, and I kind of went with it. It was whatever. It's a huge stretch from what we're used to in the movies. Maybe the comics. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about the comics, but in the movies, yes.
No, it's a big change.
But here's my question. I understand that the girl at the end, her name is MJ.
Yeah, her name was Michelle.
If you could change MJ's name, why not change Flash's too?
Yeah. I mean, I think that was just put in there to be a little like,
Easter
hey,
egg? No.
MJ's in the movie. We just didn't acknowledge her throughout the movie as MJ.
But I don't mind that, but why can't you just say, yeah, by the way, my name is Mary Jane?
Yeah, they changed it to Michelle in the movie, but they didn't say her last name. They just said Michelle. I don't know why they did that. I think a reason maybe why they did that is because they want you to believe into this relationship that Peter is trying to have with the really popular girl.
I think this is bullshit. I do like that girl, though.
Which one?
MJ.
Yeah.
I liked her like very
Zendaya?
dry, weird sense of humor where it
She's
was...
a singer, right?
Alright, I'm gonna leave the next one to you. The next
That's all I
topic.
have to, okay.
The next topic is Joe's. Joe, take it away.
That girl
Sorry,
plays it.
I'm not sure.
Has nothing to do with you, Alexa.
Alexa, your 2 cents is not wanted in this conversation because the lady who plays Aunt May, what's the actress name?
Marissa
Tomei. Marissa Tomei. This
who
lady's
plays
fine.
Aunt May.
Who plays Aunt May. Fine. Oof. That's all I have to say is oof.
It literally
she could
says...
be my Aunt May any day of the week.
Can you read the notes that it says for...
The notes say Aunt May.
Oof.
And that's all you need to know.
That's literally
She's
all
fine.
it says.
At that age, she's fine. I hope whoever I'm dating or marry at the age of 50, I think she's 50
You're
now.
getting married at 50?
No, whoever I'm married to
Or
dating
at 50, by
at
50.
50
Yeah.
looks that good. 'Cause let me tell you, things I would do to that woman aren't legal in a lot of states.
Maybe in Florida.
Possibly in Florida.
Maybe that's why they moved
why
you
I
to Florida.
there.
Next.
Next.
Ned's his friend. I did say where's Harry, but I don't really care where Harry is right now. They're setting up a completely different world, and I'm fine with it. And Ned was a funny side character to Peter Parker.
I thoroughly enjoyed Ned. I thought he was
yeah.
great throughout the whole movie. His humor was great throughout
Yeah.
the whole movie. His quirkiness was great throughout the whole movie.
His picture on Peter Parker's cell phone was classic.
Awesome. I didn't miss Harry. There wasn't a part during the movie where I was like, oh, where's Harry Osborn?
Yeah.
I think they've played that character out so much in the previous movies that they were just like, let's go with
you know
a
what?
friend.
That's actually a good thing to go by. Why in Amazing Spider-Man did they find the need to even go back to that Harry Osborn thing in general? They didn't need to. There's so many other stories to go by. They put themselves in a tight box where they basically had to like
recreate this character that was
That-
established in 3 previous movies. Yeah, I don't know
So
why.
I hope I'm pretty sure they're not going to, but I really hope they just completely abandon the Osborn family entirely because they don't need to.
Well, I think we discussed it before too, where Spider-Man movies have had this curse of like, let's pack as many villains as we can into a movie, and then you have this mixed bowl of villains. And yeah, this was good. You just had really 2 villains throughout the whole movie.
Which leads me to my next part. Would you really consider it 2 villains though? I would consider it more of just 1 villain with minor henchmen.
1.5, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a substantial role where they kept
Yeah.
establishing.
But that was fine.
Yeah.
He didn't need like
I'm Shocker. I shock shit.
yeah. Shock. Honestly, I think he was perfectly used. I don't think they tried to ram Shocker down your throat. When they were first talking about making a new Spider-Man, a lot of people like got on board with Danny Glover being Miles Morales, even though Miles Morales is half Spanish and half black, or something like that. I'm pretty sure that one person who knows it all will say it in the comment section.
I'm sure.
Yeah. He did make his way into the movie.
Yeah.
He plays the uncle
to
Miles
Morales.
Miles Morales is in the Spider-Man universe in Marvel.
I think it's more of an Easter egg thing.
Yeah.
I don't see them introducing Miles Morales just because we just got a new Spider-Man. So I don't see them introducing in the next movie like, hey, Miles Morales too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But that's the same thing with Adam from Guardians of the Galaxy, how they didn't introduce him, but there was an Easter egg of the egg that Adam comes from, and then after Guardians of the Galaxy 2, they had an Easter egg at the end where it was like, well, this is Adam.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's eventually going to be something that they revisit, even though it started as an Easter egg.
Yeah, I thought his role was good. I'm glad they got him in there after like the big push from like the community to get Danny Glover to be the next Spider-Man, and then there was pushback and they didn't do it. So I'm glad he made it into the movie.
Somehow. The inclusion of Michael Keaton as a Vulture.
I'm Batman.
He's not Batman, he's the Vulture. After watching the movie for a second time, I appreciated his role even more.
Yeah.
You know what? I think he was a flawless Vulture, because if you gave me a list of every Spider-Man villain, he would probably be like one of the last people I would even pick to be. Like when I heard they were doing a Vulture for the
It's cringeworthy because we don't know a lot about the character. He's not one of Spider-Man's more popular villains to go up against.
No.
So I think it was very cringeworthy in the sense that everyone's like so ramped up, let's get a Venom in this, or let's get a Carnage, or let's get one of these top build guys. But they pretty much like touched upon a lot of those villains, those common villains. So I'm glad they got the Vulture in there, and I'm glad Michael Keaton killed it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a very easy role to do, and they did a great job like making it realistic Vulture with all the tech that he uses to give that ambiance of being the Vulture. So.
Yeah. Instead of the old guy from Six Flags commercials dressed in green spandex.
Jesus, no.
That would be more accurate.
No. Come on. Nobody wants to see that shit. Please pop a photo right now of what the Vulture looks like in the comic books.
That looks cringeworthy.
Yeah, come on.
The twist of Michael Keaton being the father of... what's her name? That's how important she was to me. I don't even remember her name. I remember everyone else's name. Elizabeth.
No.
Liz.
No. Liz. Yeah, it was Liz.
Right?
Yeah, that was Liz. I guess Elizabeth.
It was quite a twist.
It was such a twist.
I didn't expect it because I guess I just assumed that they had no connection because they're kind of
How do we say this?
They're not the same race.
Listen,
but you know what? I think they played the race card on this to their advantage because they knew that we wouldn't expect.
Yeah, the first time I saw the movie, I did the whole Deadpool like shocked face. That was me, 100%. I was like, whoa, did not see that coming.